How can two towns only a few hours apart have such opposite fates? Why does one small town lose people and jobs, while another fills with students, tourists, and newcomers? In Mississippi, the answer hides behind old railroad tracks, cotton fields, major storms, and decisions that changed history. In this video, we explore 20 small towns that show both hardship and hope in this state, from places still fighting to survive to towns that manage to recover and grow. Some stories may surprise you. Mound Bayou opens this list with deep irony. In this small town in the heart of the Mississippi Delta, median household income is only around $23,000 per year, and more than 46% of residents live below the poverty line. As jobs become harder to find, some residents choose to leave, making the town increasingly empty of its next generation. Yet more than a century ago, Mound Bayou was born from a grand dream. Founded in 1887 by formerly enslaved people, the town once symbolized Black freedom and independence in America. Its streets may no longer be as lively as before, but every corner of Mound Bayou still holds traces of a struggle that once inspired the nation. From Mound Bayou, we only need to drive a few minutes west to find a familiar story. Shelby also rose from the wealth of Delta cotton fields, but when machines replaced much labor and opportunities faded, this small town lost its pulse. Today, median household income is around $25,000 per year, and more than 55% of residents live below the poverty line. Many young people choose to leave, leaving streets far quieter than decades ago. Even so, Shelby still holds the distinct soul of the Delta. Here, the history of cotton farming and the sound of Mississippi blues can still be felt, reminding us that every small town has a story larger than its numbers. Itta Bena feels like the continuation of the same story. Along its main street, old buildings still recall the days when railroads and cotton made the town busy. Today, median household income is only around $36,000 per year, and nearly 1 in 3 residents lives below the poverty line. Many young people leave after graduation, searching for opportunities they struggle to find at home. But Itta Bena has not lost its heartbeat. This is home to Mississippi Valley State University, the campus that produced NFL legend Jerry Rice. Amid quiet shops and streets no longer as busy as before, the university remains a reminder that this small town still holds big dreams. From Itta Bena, we arrive in Marks, a town that once grew at the crossroads of Delta Railroad tracks and cotton fields. Today, the signs of its former glory are fading. Median household income is around $32,000 per year, and more than 1/3 of residents live below the poverty line. Many downtown storefronts sit empty, showing how hard jobs have become to find. Yet Marks still holds an important place in American history. In 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. began the Poor People's Campaign here, a movement that highlighted poverty and economic injustice. So although Marks faces heavy challenges today, this small town once became the starting point of a struggle that echoed across the nation. Leaving Marks, we arrive in Belzoni, a town that calls itself the catfish capital of the world. That title is more than a slogan. The catfish farming industry once turned this small town into one of the Delta's economic centers. But that prosperity is no longer as widespread as it once was. Median household income is now around $34,000 per year, and about 1/3 of residents still live below the poverty line. Even so, Belzoni has not lost its identity. The catfish statues scattered along its streets and the town's annual festival remind us that, amid ongoing economic challenges, Belzoni still holds on to the legacy that once made it known across Mississippi. From Belzoni's Catfish Industry Center, we continue north toward a city long known as the gateway to the Mississippi Delta, Yazoo City. It is larger in size, but its challenges still feel familiar. Median household income here is around $28,000 per year, and about 1/4 of residents live below the poverty line. Along Main Street, old buildings still stand, witnessing the time when river and railroad trade made this city busy. And like many old southern towns, Yazoo City has a story passed down through generations. The legend of the Witch of Yazoo, said to have emerged after the Great Fire of 1904 nearly destroyed the entire city. That story may be only local folklore, but the spirit of rising after hardship remains real here today. Leaving Yazoo City, we arrive in Clarksdale, a city whose name is known far beyond Mississippi. Here, at the crossroads of Highway 61 and 49, many legends of American blues were born. But behind that world-famous music, Clarksdale still struggles with a difficult reality. Median household income is around $36,000 per year, and about 3 in 10 residents live below the poverty line. Many old downtown buildings now stand beside blues cafes and museums trying to revive this historic area. Clarksdale seems to live between two rhythms, one from the past that created legendary music, and another from residents trying to build a brighter future. From Clarksdale, we follow Highway 49 to Indianola, a city forever linked to B.B. King, the king of the blues. But behind the museum dedicated to him and the tourists who come to honor his legacy, daily life here remains full of challenges. Median household income is only around $35,000 per year, and nearly 3 in 10 residents live below the poverty line. The population has also continued to shrink compared with its peak years. Ironically, the city that produced one of the most influential musicians in American history is still struggling to create opportunities for its younger generation. In Indianola, B.B. King's name is not only a memory of the past, but also a hope for a better future. From Indianola, we move east to Greenwood, a city once called the cotton capital of the world. In the early 20th century, millions of cotton bales were traded from this city, making it one of the most important economic centers in the Mississippi Delta. But that golden age slowly faded. Today, median household income is around $35,000 per year, and about 1/4 of residents live below the poverty line. Like many other Delta cities, Greenwood also faces population decline and limited jobs. Yet Greenwood has a different story. The city became the filming location for Hometown Takeover, hosted by famous designers Ben Napier and Aaron Napier. That revitalization project brought new investment and improved the historic downtown. From Greenwood, our journey ends in Cleveland, a Delta city showing that struggle and progress often move side by side. Median household income here has approached $44,000, higher than in many other Delta cities, although about 1 in 5 residents still lives below the poverty line. The main campus of Delta State University gives Cleveland a different pulse. Students, arts performances, and new businesses make downtown feel more alive. Still, like other cities in this region, Cleveland continues to struggle with the loss of traditional agricultural jobs. On this list, Cleveland makes a fitting ending, a city still facing real challenges, but also showing how education and culture can help change a community's direction. But that is what makes Mississippi interesting. The distance between a struggling town and a growing one is often only a few dozen miles. It feels like turning the page of the same book, from a chapter about loss to one about renewal. So now, let's leave the quiet Delta roads and see how other small towns in this state have turned location, history, and community spirit into capital for moving forward. After exploring the Delta towns, the scenery changes sharply once we reach the Gulf of Mexico coast. In Pass Christian, rows of old oak trees and homes facing the water tell a different story. Median household income here is around $78,000, with a poverty rate far lower than in the towns we just passed. Although Hurricane Katrina devastated it in 2005, Pass Christian rose and rebuilt itself. Today, this small town is known for its peaceful quality of life, good schools, and beach atmosphere that makes many people choose to settle here. Pass Christian proves that in Mississippi, geography and resilience can change a town's fate. From Pass Christian, we only need to follow the coast a few minutes west to reach Bay St. Louis. If the previous town offers calm, Bay St. Louis is alive with art and tourism. Median household income here is close to $70,000, while the poverty rate is only around 14%, far below the state average. The heart of the city, Old Town Bay St. Louis, is now filled with galleries, cafes, and carefully restored historic buildings. Every summer, the area becomes even busier when Crab Fest is held, bringing music, seafood, and thousands of visitors from across the Gulf Coast. Bay Street Louis proves that a small town can recover from disaster and turn local culture into a driver of its future. From coastal towns living by the sea, we now arrive in a city once alive with train whistles. In Corinth, two major American rail lines crossed, and during the Civil War, that junction was so valuable that thousands of soldiers risked their lives to control it. Today, the atmosphere is very different. With a median household income of around $44,000 and a poverty rate of about 18%, Corinth has turned a once contested point into a comfortable center of life. Beneath the shaded trees downtown, the old railroad depot, local shops, and traces of the Corinth contraband camp stand side by side, reminding us that here, history is not just the past. It is part of why Corinth keeps moving forward. After exploring towns that survived through history, Madison feels like stepping into Mississippi's future. In just one generation, former farmland north of Jackson has become one of the wealthiest communities in the state. Its median household income now reaches 6 figures, while its poverty rate is only around 5%. Behind the neat rows of trees and well-planned town center, one reality is hard to ignore. Many Mississippi families are willing to move for hours just to live here. Madison is not only a comfortable city, it has become a symbol of Mississippi's middle-class dream, proof that a small city can grow fast without losing the safety and community feeling that make people proud to call it home. From Madison's prosperity, we head to New Albany, a town that finds its strength not in size, but in identity. With a median household income of $51,000 and a poverty rate of around 14%, New Albany has maintained a rare balance. Its historic downtown stays alive, while the local economy keeps moving. This town is the hometown of Nobel Prize-winning writer William Faulkner, whose name is celebrated every year through the William Faulkner Literary Festival. Along with the Tanglefoot Trail, a biking and walking path of more than 70 kilometers starting right downtown, New Albany shows that investing in culture and public space can turn a small town into a place people want to visit, and more importantly, a place they want to live. From Mississippi's literary town in the north, we return to the Gulf Coast and arrive in Ocean Springs, where art seems part of daily life. Median household income here is around $79,000, with a poverty rate below 6%. Interestingly, This city is also the hometown of legendary painter Walter Inglis Anderson, whose work is now displayed at the Walter Anderson Museum of Art. In Ocean Springs, creativity is not just decoration, it has become an economic pulse and a reason so many people fall in love with this small Gulf Coast city. From the artistic feel of Ocean Springs, we move to the heart of Mississippi and arrive in Ridgeland, a city proving that nature and progress can move together. Median household income here is close to $70,000, while the poverty rate is below 10%. But what truly sets Ridgeland apart is its connection to Ross Barnett Reservoir. Every weekend, the biking and walking trails around the reservoir fill with residents sailing, fishing, or simply enjoying the sunset. Along with growing shopping areas like Renaissance at Colony Park, Ridgeland has created something rare: the comfort of a modern city without losing the relaxed rhythm of a small southern town. From Ridgeland's calm, we arrive in Starkville, a city that changes completely whenever college season begins. More than 20,000 students fill its streets, making this small city feel like a mini metropolitan center in the middle of Mississippi. Mississippi State University not only energizes the economy, but also brings research, startups, and youthful spirit that few other cities in the state can match. When game night arrives and more than 60,000 fans fill Davis-Wade Stadium, the number of people in town nearly doubles. With a median household income of around $42,000 and a relatively low poverty rate for a college town, Starkville proves that education can turn a small city into one of Mississippi's most dynamic places. From the bustle of a college town, we arrive in Laurel, where an industrial past meets a comeback few people expected. Once known as the yellow pine capital of the world, Laurel was hit hard when its timber industry faded. But this city refused to become just a historical footnote. With median household income now approaching $43,000 and downtown becoming active again, Laurel has found new life through historic preservation and local small businesses. The change became so visible that it drew national attention through the home renovation show Hometown, starring husband and wife duo Aaron and Ben Napier. In Laurel, revival is not a slogan. It can be seen in storefronts glowing again, and old homes once more becoming sources of local pride. And at the top of this list stands Oxford, a city that has successfully blended education, culture, and quality of life into an almost complete package. The presence of the University of Mississippi makes this city a magnet for students, writers, and entrepreneurs from across the South. Median household income has surpassed $70,000, while its downtown, with a historic square that stays lively, serves as the heart of community life. Here, Nobel Prize winner William Faulkner wrote many of his greatest works at his home, Roanoke, which can still be visited today. As evening falls and music begins drifting from cafes around the square, it is easy to understand why so many people see Oxford not only as the best small city in Mississippi, but also as one of the most special in the entire American South.